All right, we should be live. Welcome to my first ever reading sprints on my channel. I hope that you all are excited to see me act like an elder millennial because I'm going to try to figure out how to work this thing we call a computer and screen share and all of that. So we'll see how that goes. Do you guys? Okay, so we're here for the Losers Club Readathon. But of course, anyone can sprint with us. But Ashley and Beth and I are all co-hosting this readathon, and so we're here together to get some reading done tonight. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves in case people don't know who you are? I assume they probably do, but do you want to introduce yourselves anyway?
Sure.
Ashley, why don't you start?
Okay.
All right. Hey, everyone. My name is Ashley. My channel is Ashley's Little Library, and I read very similarly to these two ladies. Lots of spooky things, mysteries, thrillers, horror books, and sometimes some speculative stuff, and occasionally a romance, but usually only if Emily Henry is writing it, although I recently discovered that I do really enjoy Abby Jimenez, and so I will pick up her stuff as well. Tonight, I'm going to be reading The Stranger Upstairs by Lisa M. Matlin. I'm about halfway through with it and hoping to make good progress on it. I'm not loving it so far, but it's a fast read, so hopefully I'll fly through it tonight.
And what about you, Beth?
My name is Beth, aka Beth's All Booked, and I read the same, essentially, mostly thrillers. I've been in a reading slump for the past couple of months, so my reading has not been on point, but it's fine. Today, I am going to be finishing up The Guest List by Lucy Foley, and then I'll be starting Gerald's Game. That's a reread for me by Stephen King.
Awesome. And y'all let us know in the comments what you're reading or what you're doing. If you're just doing some kind of productivity or if you're reading, let us know in the comments. I am finishing Gerald's Game. I only have like 20 pages left, so I should finish this in the first sprint. I'm planning on doing 2 40-minute sprints, and then we'll just chit-chat in between. We're not going to stay out too late just because it's a school night. But yeah, I want to definitely get this one done in these sprints. Yay. Oh, The It Girl. I have not read that one yet. Have I? That's the newest one, right? No, I've read that one.
The newest is 0 Days now.
0 Days I've not read yet. No, I still have not read her new one. I can't believe that. What am I doing? 7-Year Slip. All the chores. That's awesome. What is the 7-Year Slip? Is that a romance?
It's by the author that wrote The Dead Romantics.
Oh, I liked that one. I read that.
I liked The Dead Romantics, but I didn't really care for the 7-Year Slip. But I've been hearing good things about the 7-Year Slip, so I could be the only one that doesn't.
Influenced?
No, I could be the only one that didn't like it, but the de-influencer.
Gotcha. Gerald's Game. It's been busy the last couple of days. Yeah, this weekend was crazy for me. I didn't get a whole lot of reading done on Saturday and Sunday because it was my stepdaughter's birthday this weekend too. So we went to Kidzania. Have y'all heard of this?
No, I saw you say that and I was like, is that Chuck E. Cheese or?
It's not as bad as Great Wolf Lodge, but it's pretty bad. But she loved it. I mean, it's like this huge indoor city with tiny 7-Elevens and tiny workout things and tiny fire stations and all the kids.
Similar. We have something similar like that. I think I've seen an ad for it. Sorry. But it's called the Children's Museum here, where they can get jobs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's like made for children, run by children. And so like there's certain ones where you can make money. They give you like fake money, like Monopoly money when you start. And then there's certain jobs you can do to make money. And then there's jobs that cost money. And Hadley's like, I need to know if I'm going to be a baker or what was her other one? She wants to be a baker and a veterinarian. She's like, and I just can't make up my mind. So I have to go to Kidzania so I can decide what I want to be when I grow up. And I'm like, Hadley, it's not that big of a deal. Like, you have plenty of time. But she still, of course, didn't decide. But anyway, yeah, it was just a lot of children running around and very loud. I was negative, social battery, absolutely negative. I fell asleep for 3 hours when I got back. So yeah,
how old did she turn?
She turned 7.
7.
Yeah.
Good age.
Silver Nitrate, I haven't read yet. And that's one of those that I don't know if I'm going to. Like, if the right time comes, I don't know. Like, I was excited about that, but then it just kind of passed me by. Let us know how you're feeling about that, Louise. Doing my nails, listening to The Haunting of Hill House. Oh, also reading Gerald's Game physically. Nice. I did finish A Haunting on the Hill, and I didn't love it, to be honest, but I'm also not like super into haunting stories, so I don't think that it's bad. The Golden Spoon. Ashley, you've read that one, right? Or no?
No, I have not read that one.
There was another one. Maybe this was another like mystery that I'm thinking of. But I had an interest in that one at some point. Uh-oh. Daphne. I have not read that one. Nice. I want to, though. Ooh, I really liked The Night Swim, too. Uh-oh, controversial. Based on Ashley's recommendation. Well, we'll see. I'd love to hear how you feel about that when you finish that, Livy.
Don't blame me if you don't like it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm ready to be done with Gerald's Game. I'm not gonna lie, like I liked it more as I went on, but I definitely would have DNF'd it if we hadn't been co-hosting this readathon.
Me too.
But since I didn't, I am enjoying it more. But damn, this is dark. This is dark, Beth.
It gives me nightmares. That got in my psyche.
The eclipse thing, that whole scene playing out, I was so uncomfortable.
I was like, can we please just tell the whole story and be done with it? Let's move on.
Have either of you read Dolores Claiborne?
Mm-mm.
So those are like, they're tied with each other in the sense that they both take place at the time of the eclipse. And so like in Dolores Claiborne, I don't remember, it's been like a year or two since I've read it, but it mentions a little girl in the eclipse, and the little girl that it mentions, it's like she sees her or something in like a vision or whatever.
Whoa.
And it's her from Gerald's Game as a little girl. I don't know. I have to reread it to refresh my brain, but that's a connection between those two. That's why people tell you to read them like.
Okay, but it's not the same person, right?
Yes.
It's not.
Well, no. Gerald's, what is it? What did I just say? Dolores Claiborne. I have to reread it to really tell you whatever, but she like sees a vision or something in her head, and she's seeing the little girl from
Jessie from Gerald's Game.
Gerald's Game being, when she was a little girl. Like okay. But she doesn't understand why or what, and you don't even understand as you're reading it. But then when because he released them back to back.
Wow, interesting.
I don't know. I can't explain things well, but
one thing that I think is so funny is that there's so like I didn't have to look when this was written. I could tell this was written in the early 90s because of all the references, like Oprah and Miller Time was brought up, and I was like, oh my god, that takes me back. So I knew that was around the time when that came out. It's funny. Churn the Soil by Steve Stred. Have y'all heard of that one? What is that? Oh my god, I'm gonna apologize to y'all ahead of time. My dogs are rowdy AF right now.
Hey!
I'm so sorry. I might have to get them a bully stick thing so that they'll chill out. But then I have to monitor that they're eating it at the same time, because if one finishes first, then the other one will try to take theirs, and then it'll be like a fight, like a real fight.
So you have toddlers. I feel
Yeah,
you.
basically. Basically. Hunger by Alma Katsu. I haven't read that one either. I'm interested in that, though. Will Dean. Oh, thank you, Dolores. Speaking of Dolores.
I liked that one.
That one's pretty high up on my TBR.
It's very
Do you know what that is?
It's like blue rope.
It's the synopsis is not what the book is about. The synopsis is like the first page, essentially. But the synopsis says that a woman is on a cruise ship, and after the first night, she goes to sleep and she wakes up and she's abandoned on this cruise ship in the middle of the ocean. There's so much more to the story.
Okay.
It's a wild ride, but it was, yes, it's one of my favorite books that I've read this year. I do wish the ending would have been more bleak, but everybody's probably not the same. It could have been so much worse, but like in such a good way.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
I was thinking that too. That's so funny. This comment, teaching kids capital. We did that when I was younger too, in elementary school. We had a day where we went to the place, and I was a doctor for the day. And I remember we had these washcloths, and we had to like fold them into the shape of bunnies, and that was like us being a doctor or whatever. But I'm like, that's so funny that Hadley wanted to do that for her birthday. Like, let me go act like an adult for my birthday. And now I'm like,
oh yeah,
as an adult, I want to go act like a child for my birthday. Like, I don't want to talk about money, careers, none of it.
My kids did it, and their favorite part, they have a grocery store with fake food. It's done by H-E-B, and like my kids kept wanting to they wanted to shop. They didn't want to work at the register. They didn't want to work as it could be a whatever, but they just wanted to keep going back and wanted to shop. And I was like, they must get it from their mama.
Yep. Yep. Just another missing person. Nice. I do want to get to that one as well. I got that one from Book of the Month. Oh, Aaron, I don't know who that was for. But if it was for me, I think you got the answer. Oh, goodness. Darling Girls. Oh, nice. An e-arc. The only one left. Riley Sager. Nice.
Oh, did you guys see his new book is announced?
Mm-hmm.
I did see that today, actually. It didn't give much, though, did it?
Mm-hmm.
We have a male protagonist for the first time from Riley Sager.
Oh, I didn't see a description of it. I just saw like a reel or something that he had put up. That's exciting.
Yeah, he posted the description. It's about little boy is camping in his backyard with his friend. The tent gets slashed open and the kid goes missing. And now it's the other guy, all grown up, coming back, trying to piece together what happened that night.
Okay. I'm into that. Let's see. Venus Escapes to read. I just finished that 2 days ago. Oh, talking to someone else. Mm-hmm. I read her new book in August, and it wasn't as good as Night Swim, but it was still good. The audio was done.
I feel like I'm the only person that did not like Night Swim.
Oh, well.
It's very slow. It's boring. But that's teach their own.
It's objective. It's reading.
It's fine.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know, Louise.
Pretty mid. We love an honest reviewer.
Mm-hmm. Soft DNF. I get that, Allie. I get that. Ooh, I'm so excited for the movie watches tomorrow.
Yes.
At 7 p.m. We're going to meet on Discord. So we'll meet on Discord. We'll say, probably Beth or somebody will say, okay, 3, 2, 1, go. And we'll all push start at the same time. If anyone doesn't know how that works, well, don't start just at 7. Like, wait for us to count down and start together. And then we'll be better in line in case somebody's running late or what have you.
And I'm not familiar with directors, or I don't even know if it's a director or nothing or anything, whatever. Mayana was watching it and she mentioned, I guess it's created, directed by a very famous person.
Yeah, it's Mike Flanagan. He did The Haunting of Hill House, and
there was a part on. She posted it on TikTok, and it was like Gerald's Game was filmed in like 2017 or something, and apparently there's a nod to something in Gerald's Game that was filmed a few years later. Midnight, I don't know.
Midnight Mass.
She was like reaching on the shelf above the bed, and she pulled, I guess, whatever the book was a movie that he created later down the line. I don't know. I just thought that was interesting for those who are a fan of the dude.
Yeah, I really like
Midnight Mass, maybe. Is that okay? Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm. Midnight Mass. Yeah, he did that. He did. Have you seen the movie Hush on Netflix? He did that one as well.
What's his name?
Mike Flanagan.
Mike Flanagan. Okay.
He has a new one coming out in October that is a retelling of the fall of the House of Usher.
Okay.
Around that.
Oh, cool. Get more into TV.
Okay, let's see. My dogs, I swear to God. The Hacienda, Gerald's Game, Belladonna on audio. Shopping. Is that what that was in reference to?
Yes.
Oh, I'm glad you're liking Bunny. Met about Night Swim. Seemed like a typical run-of-the-mill mystery thriller to me.
I think there's only been one thriller that I enjoyed the podcast element, and that was Lisa Jewell's newest book. I think she did a very good job with that.
I need to read that one. The podcast sells me. I'm sold on the podcast.
There's so much more to it than a podcast. There's another element thrown in, but it's not in the synopsis, so I won't say it. But it even took the book even more up a notch. It's her best book that I've read. I haven't read all of her stuff, but it was a damn good
book. That's exciting.
It's very dark, and I mean, she does have some dark ones, but it's probably her darkest book that she's written.
Okay. I'm so sorry. As soon as we start the sprints, I'm going to get those bully sticks for the dogs so that they will calm down.
I don't think it's bothering us like it is you. I think you're.
Oh, that's good. It's really loud on my end.
It's just background noise.
Okay, well, that's good. I did not realize Pet Sematary was narrated by Michael C. Hall, but I love Michael C. Hall. He's the one from Dead Zone, right? And 16 Candles.
He's from Dexter. The main character in Dexter.
Oh, okay. And no, that's not who I was thinking of. But I like him too. Who is the guy from Dead Zone and 16 Candles?
I've never seen either one of those, so I'm not sure.
Oh my goodness. It's Michael something Hall. I know it is.
It could be. Maybe he does play in those. I don't know.
But it's not the same guy from Dexter.
Okay, then no, because Michael C. Hall is Dexter. Or I could be lying.
I think that's right.
Watch me be wrong.
Oh, Anthony Michael Hall?
Oh, that's what it is. That's what it is. Thank you.
That wasn't me. That was Ashley in the chat. Thank you, Ashley, in the chat.
Okay, thanks, Ashley.
It's a lot of Ashleys.
Mike Flanagan was first known for Oculus and Hush before doing Gerald's Game.
Okay.
I haven't seen any of those, I don't think.
Oh my gosh, they're all so good. You have to catch up.
Okay, I guess I do. That's good. I need more movies to put on my list. Oh gosh, y'all, I can't keep up with all the comments. Thank you for commenting. Didn't love the ending of None of This Is True, but I agree one of Lisa Jewell's best.
I did, because I love that it's, never mind. I don't know how to word it without not spoiling it per se, but the title. I mean, genuinely, just the title. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Which title?
None of This Is True. Have you read it? Ashley, have you read it yet? You have. There's no really way to explain the ending without ruining a surprise. I guess. Not a surprise. Just read the book.
Did you? I assumed it was going to be an unreliable narrator.
I'm leaving the chat.
That's why I was sitting here so quiet before. I was like,
no, it's like her best book.
I don't know. I don't think I don't know.
Trust. Well, I don't think we agree on a lot of books though. So I guess it what is the word that I'm looking for? I guess
Makes
it's fun.
sense.
Because a lot
Some
of books,
books,
like I hate Every Value Break, and she's
Yeah.
reading it because you recommended it. So I guess like it.
And you loved Gerald's Game, and I don't know if I should spoil my rating, but it was very low.
I just feel
Oh,
like
no.
Gerald's Game is one of those books. I don't think it will be read in class, maybe a college class. That the ending, there's different ways you can interpret like what really happened or what was going on.
Okay.
Or I feel like it can be more. I don't know how to explain it, and like the more I slept on it, the more I think I gave it a 3-star, and then after like a day or two, I went back and changed it to a 4-star. The first time I read it.
It definitely gave me a visceral reaction. Like when I was reading it, I was like, oh, like so, like chills, so disturbing.
I'm really excited to see how the movie does.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the movie. All right, so y'all want to get into our first round of sprints?
Let's do
And
it.
we'll see if I know how to manipulate my screen here.
So you
I
know
was
the
thinking,
scenes.
what's that?
I was just going to talk you through it. It's fine. I was just
Okay, yeah, no.
joking.
So share screen. Okay. Let me see. Okay, so I got this share. All right, now where did you guys go? Can you still see me?
Yep, we can see you.
Yay! Okay, it worked.
These are real
All right. So let's go ahead and do 40 minutes. And so we'll come back, just after 8. And we can all catch up and see how our reading's going. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right, let's do it. Hit start. Oh wait, I gotta go back to the other one to hit start, don't I? You know what? We're learning. We're learning and growing. And we're back. All right, how do I... Yeah, there we go. That went by really fast.
It did. I got sidetracked though. Can I ask a question that's not bookish related, but I feel like it's Ashley related?
Yes.
Have you figured out how to do the Taylor Swift vault or no?
No, I
Okay,
have not been able to get it to generate for me, but I've been watching people on the internet all day who are able to get it, who are getting different things and then seeing what they get. But I have not been able to get it. I don't know if it's like geolocation targeted or device issues or what, but I've tried on my phone and my computer.
That's what I tried on my phone earlier, couldn't get it to work, and so about 5 minutes ago, it like snapped. I was like, I have my computer out. Let me try. I tried on Safari and Chrome. I don't know how it works. I just want to like experience it though.
What are you guys talking about? What is this?
Okay, look.
So we've got to go back 13 years. Taylor Swift, do you know she's re-recording her albums? Do you know about that project?
Yeah.
Okay, and so every time she comes out with a re-record, there are vault tracks, which are songs that she wrote back then but didn't make it on the album. So 1989 re-record is getting ready to come out, and there has been a vault. She sometimes releases like this little video that'll be a vault, and then letters come out, and you have to scramble them to understand what the song titles are. And so she did release one of those on her own page, but there's also this thing where when you go to Google and you Google Taylor Swift, it will generate this like puzzle for you. And globally, you have to solve 33 million puzzles to unlock the vault. And it's some people are able to see it when they Google Taylor Swift, and then other people like Beth and I, the less fortunate, are not.
Oh my gosh. That is like a whole, like, she has got her teeth in everything.
Yeah.
That's smart though. It's smart marketing.
And you can only solve 89 puzzles because 1989. She's very smart.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
1989 is my favorite album, so I was like really excited about this, but it sucks because I can't figure it out. Okay, I just needed to know.
Yeah, legit. I'm sure there are a lot of other people that are interested in that too. I'm so behind on the Taylor Swift stuff. So how did y'all's reading go? Or Ashley?
Good. I read, I think I was on page 100 when we started, and I got to page 160. I don't know how I read 60 pages during that. Maybe it was a little bit less, but I only have like 100 pages left in the book now. So I think I might try to finish tonight, although I did not have coffee this morning because I ran out at the house yesterday and I forgot. So I've had no coffee today. I'm pretty tired, but I'll see if I can finish through the book.
That's rough. I can't get through a day without coffee.
I just started to crash and I was like, oh yeah, you didn't have any caffeine fueling you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how that feels. I drink coffee here and there, but I have a high caffeine tolerance. I can drink like 6 Monsters a day and still sleep at night. So it doesn't really, I don't know. It's strange. Anyway, I don't know. I'm listening to it on Scribd. And I hate that Scribd doesn't tell you like your percentage of how far you're in the book. So I had like 3 hours and 30 minutes, and now I'm at 257 because I stopped for a minute to handle my child.
You can't. It doesn't tell you the exact percentage, but you can like back up into like this.
Scared.
Where is it? Yeah,
I'm scared to
like how much it'll show you how much of the circle is completed. Where is that? Right under the. You know
I think
what I mean?
you can see the percentage if you download it or something, and then it'll show.
Okay, now it says 57%.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I've been listening to this book forever, and I'm only 57%.
What are you
writing it?
Huh?
It's the guest list.
Oh,
but are you writing it? Was my question.
I don't know. There's not really anything to like.
You know what?
It's boring.
The guest list is kind of similarly set up. Well, maybe not. I could definitely draw some comparisons between that and every value break.
Okay. Well, it's like there's so many. I'm not confused in the sense that there's so many characters, But because there's so many characters, we have to have so much information for each character that it's taken forever to like get to the point. I don't know. And now they're talking about a body in the trenches, but I don't know. I'm ready for the good parts.
I wish you luck. I finished Gerald's Game, and I'm excited to talk about this actually. Definitely some interesting parts towards the end there. I have a theory about Jessie, and I'm curious to know if y'all agree, but it's a spoiler theory, so we'll talk about it on Ashley's channel on Thursday.
Do you think she's a likable character?
Huh?
So, like, as her as a character, do you think he did her character good or no? Like, in the sense, like, I feel like so many people say that Stephen King doesn't write women well, but I feel like his main character women are it's like a different breed than his other women that he writes. I'm not making
I think he did her character well.
Okay.
I think he always makes it clear that like even though like he will acknowledge the different how do I explain this? Like how women go through life differently than men. And then he also will make sure that like the reader knows that like he's empathetic towards that difference. You know what I mean?
I don't remember there being normally there's an author's note at the end of all of his books. I don't remember Gerald's Game's author's notes, but if there is an author's note, I highly recommend reading his author's notes because he will explain things in there that he knows is going to be like a complaint in the book or why he did certain things or whatever.
I think there was one in this.
Okay.
Not in my copy anyway.
I was just curious to know your opinion because I know like you're very you're more of a feminism. Oh, I don't even know the proper term than I am. I'm just existing. I don't really know. But I just wanted to know your opinion.
Yeah, I think he did portray her well. I do have like a icky feeling imagining him writing some of those scenes.
Yeah, my defenses were up the whole time with it, I will say. I didn't love Jessie as a character, and so some of it too is me trying to separate what I didn't like her, but is that like I don't think he wrote her well? I don't think so. I think those are separate things, and I just didn't always like her. She felt very much like an early 90s woman instead of a modern woman, and so that's harder to read.
Yeah, and I think because you're younger than me could also play a role in that. I feel like the 90s was a big generation for me and probably a lot of people my age. And so like a lot of the times when I think of like a parent, I think of like a mom from the 90s. I don't know. Like, and I grew up watching these sitcoms with women from the 90s. And so a lot of the times when I read books like Grady Hendrix, who also tends to like write around the 80s, 90s, whatever, to me, it seems not relatable, but familiar, I guess. I don't know if I'm explaining that very well.
Yeah.
Like, probably if we were, adults and we read it when it first came out, it would probably hit different than what it does now. But like, I don't know. I'm going to reread it though. I'm going to start it after I finish this and take notes because I have a goldfish brain. I don't know.
Well, when we read so many books, like it's hard to keep track of all of them. I did start this one, Her Body and Other Parties by Carmen Maria Machado, but I literally got like 3 pages into the first story. But interestingly, the like right before the timer went off, our main character in the first short story in this is talking about a green ribbon around her neck, which I just wait, what did I? There was another book. Is it the new Jordan Peele one? I think it's the new Jordan Peele one where a story in that has the story with the green ribbon.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I don't know what book it is, but I remember reading something about a ribbon around someone's neck.
Like from your childhood, right?
An old book. Yeah.
I think it's scary stories to tell in the dark. And I can't remember what I was thinking about but that is like a classic, like scary story from my childhood. And so if this is doing like an interpretation of that, I'm excited to see where that goes.
In a dark room, says Ashley.
Oh, Gwendolyn says hello. Hi, ladies. Hope you're doing well. Using this time to be productive. Awesome. Thanks for dropping in, Gwen. Stolen Tongues. I still need to read that one. I've been on my TBR for so long.
I will say, I'm sorry not to cut in. I don't get creeped out from books. Books don't keep me up at night, except for like true crime books where it's like home invasion. But other than that, Stolen Tongues is the only book that has ever like made it hard for me to go to sleep.
Really? Ooh. Now I'm scared. Beth, have you read The Quiet Tenant? Did you read that one?
I haven't, but I haven't read it.
That one's legitimately scared me, and not in the way of like a monster or like or anything like that, but like in the way that true crime is scary, that there like are people like this. So that one might scare you too. Like it creeped me out.
The one that like really comes to mind was written by Meg Gardner, and the book was inspired by Richard Ramirez, who is an actual serial killer. And I read it, and I had the worst time sleeping for a while because, like, that stuff like actually happens, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. And I live in Houston, and I don't know if y'all know this, but it's one of the most crime-filled. Beaumont's worse, and that's my hometown, but it says a lot.
I think because Houston, the zoning is so weird in Houston. It's like all mixed in, right?
The what?
Zoning. Like there's like stores next to houses, next to schools. Like it's all
downtown, like in Houston, yes. And homes are like where it's like old money homes. Some of those homes are being turned into store. It's very strange if you go like into Houston. I live in the suburbs of Houston, still Harris County, which is Houston. But yes, in like actual, like when we go to Murder by the Book, which is like the bookstore with all the signings, it's like you're going down the street and it's like home, barber shop, home, grocery store, home. But it's like they're all like right there on top of each other. It's wild to like, I wouldn't, people drive crazy and wrecks, and I wouldn't ever live there. But yeah, it's wild.
I just have to say, I saw a comment in the chat further down that says, "Hey, now I was very much a modern woman in the 90s," which made me laugh. I didn't mean modern woman in like a bad way, but just, women are a little more liberated now versus the 90s. We're a couple decades out.
Yeah.
All right. Reading the Vampires del Norte. I've heard good things about that. I've not read that. I'm not sure what that was in reference to. Domestic thriller. But he's also set in New England, New Hampshire. Which I just learned because I'm in you're in Asia? Wait. So Vermont a part of Asia. And which of the previous I read in this readathon set? Oh, yeah. You're in Asia? I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
That is very cool.
But I feel like there's a lot of, especially Stephen King always writes in, Maine and like Northeast. Yeah. I feel like I've been reading a lot of books set in that area too recently, which is interesting. Hi, Dawn. Took a break from books today. Going hard. DNF. Well, I don't blame you. That's all right. That's all right. We still love you. Haven't been able to read much. Like 2/3 into Whalefall and obsessed. Oh, nice. I'm
the third person that's mentioned that book.
I think it's like it's getting pretty good hype right now. I struggled with it at the beginning, but I ended up really liking it.
I haven't even heard of it until our last sprints when it was mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to look it up now.
It's never been done before. I can tell you that. To add it to the TBR, I think that means release Holly. Nice. feel like I have so much to read before I can read that.
Uh-huh.
Goes over my head too. You're not alone. Read something fun instead.
A cozy mystery. It like still has like the murder in it and like the mystery, but it's just like easy breezy, beautiful. You just
A cozy mystery.
yeah.
It's like a Maybelline. Is that? Oh no, it's CoverGirl. Oh, it may be random. Okay, we're getting information.
Googling again.
Had to stop to eat dinner. That's all right. You're allowed to eat here.
I'm gonna try to.
I didn't get it.
No. I got it. Hang on.
Oh.
Wait, no, I got it. I did get
Hey,
it.
what do you
Got
do?
one.
Hit blank space. Okay.
Do you type?
I don't know. Oh, I heard you type it into the search bar.
I'm going to try this after.
Pin
Right.
click.
Let's see.
Right.
Oh, I didn't take them seriously. They were just like for fun. Yeah, I think both of those are kind of like fun, quick, kind of chill reads.
I get right. You solved one puzzle. Sorry.
How are you submitting it? I can't submit it.
Just type it in the Google search again.
With Taylor Swift still in there?
Remove Taylor Swift and put your answer.
Okay.
What?
Nice to meet you.
Did it work, Ashley? I'm on the
Yeah.
edge of my seat now. It
Yeah.
worked?
That's the puzzle I just had too. Is nice to meet you.
Nice.
Sorry.
Why does Taylor Swift run the world?
Because
She is the new
she
Beyonce.
needs to become president, is my opinion.
Yeah, kind of a trashy thriller. Mm-hmm.
She's like such the sweetest person. Like if you watch all of her stuff, and she's the biggest hype girl. It don't matter who it is, she's rooting for them every time. Even if she doesn't win an award, she's over there partying for the person who won. Like that's just the person she is. She's just.
I think she's a good person. I watched one of her documentaries.
American.
I don't know how many there are, but I watched one, and I really liked her as a person. I just am not a huge fan of her songs.
Got it.
I just am not a pop person. You know,
Yeah.
I like soul and blues and stuff like that. So I feel like
there's some of her albums that I don't like. Like I'm not a fan of her newest one.
I'm sure she's a great writer, and I know that's like what she's mostly known for is like her storytelling. I just can't get into it though because I don't enjoy the music, which is kind of, I feel like an old lady saying that, but that's true.
I don't know what this one is.
I get you, Beth. Let's just say our working moms are like the 90s moms since they're mostly in their 30s, 40s.
Yeah.
Our working moms are like the 90s moms. I don't understand. I mean, we are in our 30s and 40s, and we are from the 90s. Yeah. I didn't take any notes for Gerald's game, which I usually do. I didn't. I just like read it in a dark, dark room. Oh, here's that. Amanda. Oh, hey, Jess. The return. I still need to read a Rachel Harrison. I've not read any of her books.
Same.
Kind Worth Killing. Nice. Peter Swanson's Best, I think we agreed on. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of the books that y'all are reading in the chat, I've actually not read. I feel like I'm like behind. I'm like, oh my God, I'm supposed to be reading all of these. Oh, Jess is from Houston. That's right. Whale Fall hype this week. Got to add it to the TBR. Yeah, Jess, I think you would like it. Pretty sure I was the one that mentioned it in the last sprint too. Oh,
There was a girl, I think, that mentioned it too. I remember you because you said isolated inside of a whale's belly, but then there was somebody else had mentioned it as well, and then you mentioned it again. I just feel like I've been seeing it a lot the past couple of days. But now I Googled it on Amazon, and the cover looks really familiar, so I just didn't know the name.
Yeah, I did love that, like, the chapters count down how much air he has left. And that really, like, makes it, like, ah. There's like no way you're gonna get out of this. Like how? Oh wow,
Oh
Dawn.
my gosh.
I played
You
4.
are the consummate reader. Whitney all day. Awesome. Okay. Well, what do you think y'all do? You want to do another round of sprints? And then we can catch up after that and then call it a night?
Sounds good. I gotta figure out these puzzles.
Yep, I'm going to be puzzling a little.
You know, whatever blows your hair back, y'all do it. I'm down. I'm excited to get into this story and see how this goes. It's the first story is only 33 pages, so I will definitely get through that. All right, let me figure out how to do this again. All right. Share. All right, and we'll go ahead and get it started. There we go. Ooh, that scared me.
He doesn't love it.
How'd that go for everyone?
I almost finished my book. I only have 30 pages left.
Wow, you're a fast reader.
It's going very fast. There's a lot of like really short little chapters. So then it's just like half a page, half a page, half a page. And there's like letter writing and stuff in here some. And it's only 268 pages. So it's a shorter book.
What book is that again?
The Stranger Upstairs. It was one of the book of the month. Books of the month.
It's a pretty cover for a thriller.
Mm-hmm.
I was off and on because my daughter came in here. She's been wanting to be a grown-up all day, so she's wearing my clothes. And she came in here and she picked up one of my weights and dropped it on her foot. So then she cried for a little while. But
Aww.
So I didn't get far into there, but I'm at the part where, never mind. I don't think it's a spoiler, where like one of the guys finds out that the groom lied about a big situation that could have happened in his life had the groom not lied about it. That's the part of that.
Mm. I don't remember specifically. It's been years since I read that one.
Well, like the groom was like the star of like a reality show. Survive the Night is what it's called.
I don't even know that.
And his best man could have been like his co-star, but he lied.
Oh, I do remember that.
Didn't want to be in the show. And the best man, the day of the wedding, is just now finding this out.
Oh.
Not eat that.
All the secrets come out.
Yeah. It's just like you don't really know who's actually dead. I guess it's a good thing, but
that's the thing I remember. Like I remember who's dead. I remember that. But that's kind of the tease of that one. Like you know that someone's dead, but you don't know who.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I read the first story of this. I'm almost done with the second story. The first story was what I thought it was, the woman with the green ribbon. But it's like her version of it, I guess. I guess this is like a classic story, like spoil it for anybody, but I knew where it was going with that green ribbon. And you know what? Funnily enough, the front has like a green ribbon. Interesting. And then the second story is called Inventory. And it's like this woman telling the story of her life through her sexual experiences. Like it's an inventory of her sexual experiences. And then there's a pandemic happening, which is also interesting because this came out in 2017. So this was before COVID, but it's definitely giving COVID energy and like end of the world energy. It's very strange. Like I'm totally remembering what it was like last time I read from her when I read In the Dream House. And I feel that same way, that like sense of quiet significance. It's like this, she's not saying, nothing's on the nose. She's not saying anything out loud, but she's saying so much at the same time. She's so good at that. I love it.
Yeah, her writing's great.
Yeah, she's smart. It's very strange and sensual. Let's see, 25% in, hoping to finish before bed. What are you reading? Wait, which one was Carly reading?
That's Folklore or whatever it was.
Oh, is it a shorter book? Because that's a lot. You're not that far in as for it to be 25% in. Unless you're going to have a long night. Golden Spoon, 3.5 stars. Okay.
Carly is also in like a weird time zone.
Oh, okay. I always forget. I'm so like egocentric, like just assuming that everybody's in the US. You know?
I think hers is, I believe it's Carly. Correct me if I'm wrong, Carly. But aren't you the one that has like how we're 9:09, Ashley's 10:09, and Carly's probably like 7:43. There's somebody that's in a time zone that's completely off from the rest of the world.
It sounds like she's West Coast. It says it's 7 where Carly is.
Okay, then it's not Carly. There's somebody else that is always talking.
Oh, she said it's a novella, so that makes sense.
Okay, then it's not Carly. My bad, Carly.
Yeah. Well, thanks for joining. And thank y'all for joining as well. My first sprints ever. I feel very accomplished. I feel like I'm in the club now. Like I am competent. So, I'm getting somewhere. I guess I need to learn a little bit more about Taylor Swift, and then I'm going to be like just a cool kid.
Any questions? You know where to go.
Oh, is that this one? Okay, this is the book that I was talking about, had the story with the green ribbon. I thought it was the other one, but it was this one that I was talking about. And here I thought I was being so like serendipitous that I came across this, but no, that's the one that I knew it was coming, because now I remember the last one. It was from my September TBR that I did. And the last one is the like Law and Order deal.
But isn't there another book though? Or something about a
I think there's some kind of story about a girl with a ribbon around her neck.
A green ribbon specifically too.
I'm gonna do.
Oh, thanks, Libby. All right, well, I guess we'll call it a night. 9/11. So we have 2 days left of the readathon. So this is the time to like get all those last minute books in. Again, just for reference, tomorrow night, Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, we will be watching the Gerald's Game on Netflix. Meet us in the Discord for that. And then at 7 p.m. on Thursday night, we'll be on Ashley's channel live for the book discussion. And I'll probably make my cake that day, so on Stephen King's actual birthday. And yeah, thank y'all for joining me, and everyone have an awesome night.
Bye, everyone.